Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Kat about... Oh, almost didn't find it. Raid Shadow Legends. Yay, ladies and gentlemen, we got another update coming at you. Update 1040. So we're going to go over some of the highlights like I always do every time we get an update that comes out. My usual way, if you haven't been to my channel before, first off, subscribe. Thanks. But also... the way I do these videos is I kind of go in order of like what's most interesting to me and my current play area. I play pretty regularly on the daily, I'd say an hour or two pretty much every day. And I've been playing for about 7 months, so I'm a fairly new player, so that kind of thing. So some of the things that I talk about and I might find interesting may not be the things that you find interesting, but I'll still include the link to the update highlights and explain to you how you can get more information about stuff if you want to know more. Before we get into that, I need to remind you that this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, and you should click the link in the description or scan the QR code if you haven't played this game before. If you haven't played in a long time, you're going to start off the account by getting a legendary champion, Corrado Foxhunter, who you just saw his handsome scarred face. I like a man with scars. I don't know why I said that. You're also going to get Yugo at level 15. She's pretty damaging to the other team. Super important, and you get her pretty quickly. For me, it took me about 40 minutes to get to level 15 because I timed it because I'm a professional. There are promo codes that you have to use in the first 24 hours. So what I would recommend is using either Monkey King, which gets you Sun Wukong, one of my favorite champions in the game, or using the promo code Get Alice to get Alice the Wanderer. I got her. She's the most powerful champion in my team. So Sun Wukong and Alice are very similar. They do a lot of the similar things. Sometimes I prefer Sun Wukong, sometimes I prefer Alice, but either way you're getting a free legendary and they're both fantastic. So whichever one you choose, you gotta pick one. It's gonna be a great choice either way. Also, and this segues right into what we're talking about today, one of the things that is one of the events oh my god. One of the events that are coming out as a result of this update is going to be a reward calendar that is going to be coming to the game fairly soon. So this is going to go live on April 10th, and they're calling it a sort of advent calendar. And the way it works is you have to log in at some point each day. So server reset is at midnight UTC. That varies for a lot of people. For me, that happens at about 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is where I'm located. I'm in Vegas. Duh. As soon as the server reset happens, the day begins wherever you are, and the advent calendar opens. And what happens is there's an unknown reward on each day. If you don't log in that day, you don't get the reward. But if you log in so let's say the first day I'm there, I get my fragments for the new legendary champion that's coming to the game, Udex Artor. We don't know anything about him yet, but free legendary. Why not? Let's say I get my champion fragments for Udex on the first day, and, you know, something happened. I get into a car accident the next day, and I'm too busy dealing with all that to play Raid Shadow Legends. I just don't get whatever reward there was for that day, and I just get the next reward on April 12th. And this is going to go all the way until May 4th. Good day for Star Wars fans. There's going to be a variety of different rewards, and you don't know what it's going to be, but you may get fragments for this champion. You may get, I don't know, could be brews, could be potions, could be silver, maybe energy refills. And all you have to do is log in, so it's fairly straightforward. So let's just hope that you don't get into a car accident. The other cool thing about this is at the very last day, there will be a legendary relic that we will get, but the community gets to vote and decide which one it is. So if you feel pretty strongly about one of these, get everybody in your clan, talk to your friends. I only have like one other friend that plays Raid Shadow Legends besides my husband, but I would talk to her and say, hey, I think we should vote for this relic. She may not agree with me, but I think it's kind of cool that this is something that is decided by the community. It might pit people against each other, but hey, regardless, we're getting a legendary relic. So I think that's pretty cool. So it's a cool way to get engagement in the game. Another way that they're bringing up engagement in the game is that there's going to be a mini game event that is supposedly live right now. I'm going to talk about that in a second. What I'm seeing from screenshots is that it kind of appears to be, in my mind, it looks like asteroids. But the idea is you're this little guy in the middle. You're shooting all the enemies that are coming at you from all directions. That kind of game. Pretty simple, straightforward. There's 3 stages to it. There's points limits for each stage. And so there are rewards that you get for completing each stage. And there's also a milestone kind of reward to encourage you to keep playing some of the stages over and over again. The only downside on this is that this is desktop only. So if you play on a mobile phone, if you play on an iPad or a tablet, it's not going to work on there. It can only work on desktop. This is going to go from April 1st to April 8th. There's pinpoint gear, a primal shard, and a bunch of other rewards that you can get. Looks like some oil and energy. Good stuff. Unfortunately, I have not been able to get it going on my desktop. I was trying for about 30 minutes before I started making this video. And we're on day 1. This is April 1st, the day I'm recording it. So I don't think it's unexpected that there are glitches, but I looked through the Raid Shadow Legends Discord, which I will put a link to in the description if you want to join the Discord, if you care about that sort of thing. But I was looking through the Discord. It appears to me that I'm not the only one who's having issues with this. So right now, as I'm recording this, maybe it's fixed by the time I upload this video, but I was having issues. I couldn't even get it going on Plarium Play on my computer. I saw some people were struggling to get the rewards. They would collect them and then they didn't appear in inbox like they're supposed to. And I also saw that people were struggling with, they'd complete a stage and then it would just sit there grinding and nothing would happen. So as of right now, it's having an issue. Hopefully it gets resolved because, hey, it's a quick little mini game. It's a cute way to get rewards. I like the idea of it and I certainly hope it works. I'm also going to use this point as a reminder, if you want to get involved with this, if you want to download Raid Shadow Legends, start a new account, I highly recommend doing so from your PC. That's the way I did it. If you want to do it through mobile, scan the QR code that's up in the corner. But if you want to do it through PC, you have to click the link in the description. And if you follow my link and create a new account, which I have a video on that'll appear, you will get Corrado Fox Hunter immediately as you log in. And you go once you hit level 15. Okay, so we're going to go back here to the highlights and talk about some of the update highlights. Something that I'm pretty excited about, and we're kind of going in order for this one. There's going to start being Gear Ascension tournaments that will encourage players to focus on the Sand Devil's Necropolis to get oil, and Phantom Shogun's Grove to get, an extract. Just kidding. Okay, they're going to have tournaments the same way that they have the Spider and the Fire Knight and all those tournaments, except this time they're going to do it mainly for Phantom Shogun's Grove, which I love. I actually really love this section. I love this game mode quite a bit. You get some extracts, which help ascend your accessories, and then Sand Devil's Necropolis, which is going to help you ascend your gear. So those are tournaments that are going to encourage you to do healthy things for your game. I'm looking forward to that. Those are 2 areas that I tend to neglect, but personally, if I have an event that's running, I tend to do more of that because I'm like, ooh, free goodies. There's a couple other, the token trader is not something that I've ever used, so if you want to learn about that, I'm going to have a link to this highlights page in the description. I'm going to skip over to, there's some quality of life miscellaneous stuff. There's some miscellaneous streamlining that's going to be happening. They're going to change the conditions to sell some relics. Where'd it go? So you can sell gear from the inbox, from a gear upgrade tab, and the craft times 10 tab in the forge, which I thought you could already, but I suppose that means that they'll do it similar to how it already goes in game, where if you're in the champions page and you go to your gear, from here, if you hit sell, then you can just multi-select a bunch of them and sell them from there. So I'm guessing that's what they mean when they say from the craft times 10 in the forge, because I have sold them from the craft times 10, but I have to just do it individually. There is going to be a quick little streamlining thing for relics, that tapping a relic socket will direct you to the gemstone storage, so that'll be a quick streamline thing instead of having to go over to the side, click it from the side, and it will directly take you to the type of gemstones that fit in the socket. So whether it's circle, square, or triangle, you're welcome. I know my shapes. The market refresh button and the refresh timer will be swapped. I don't see an issue with this, but I guess some people did. So I guess that's just going to be swapped. And lastly, there's going to be some adjustments to Chimera. Some clan quests are going to be made simpler. This is also a reminder to do your clan quests. I tend to forget. Don't be like me. Do your clan quests. The multipliers are going to be displayed. I guess the multipliers are stopping display after you use a key in a certain difficulty. And then people were assuming that they weren't getting those multipliers, but you are. So they're just going to have them displayed all the time now. And lastly, there's some other cute little things that are happening in game to celebrate April Fool's Day. I don't really celebrate April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day freaks me out. People are just weird. But I do love something like this, where my profile picture is a sheep. I thought that was funny. I might keep that for a while. I like the sheep. There's a funky little event going on called the Mystery Summon Rush, where they're encouraging you to use all of your mystery shards. Every shard is worth 1 point, and they had an in-game notice about this, so this is an April Fool's thing. It's meant to be a joke. But your mystery shards the idea is to go through your hoarded pile of mystery shards, open them all up, and you get a legendary skill tome. I think after you've opened, 1,000. If you open up 1,000 mystery shards, which I certainly have right now, Jesus, then I guess I'll get a legendary tome. So I'm just going to open up a bunch of my mystery shards and just run through those common and uncommon champions and get a legendary tome. So that's everything I have. Tell me down below in the comments, what do you think? Are you excited about certain things in the updates? Are you having issues with the minigame? But yeah, tell me everything below. I'll go through the comments. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. And I will see you in the next one. Once you click the link in the description and scan the QR code, you got to do that first. Otherwise, I'm never making a video ever again. I'm just kidding. Don't forget to get Yugo when you hit level 15. Do it! And use the promo code either Monkey King or Get Alice. And now I'm done.